Welcome to this super ugly video where I give my first impressions on the brand new ReMarkable2 keyboard instead of working on my essays and studying for my finals. Many years ago I bought this, the ReMarkable2 Tablet. It's an e-ink display with a pressure sensitive stylus and it is great. I bought it for digital art, but what I ended up using it for is notes, both at my job and now that I'm a full-time student again. As a student, I take notes all of the time with this, and I was really excited about a week ago when they announced that they were making this, which is a keyboard for my e-ink tablet. It's pretty cool. It's pretty like straightforward. It's got Remarkable written on the front. It's kind of a soft, sort of a rubber texture to it. And the Remarkable tablet, using these pins right here, magnetizes right into it. And when it's in there pretty good. When it's in this mode, you can use it like a book and it's just like a tablet. But when you use this kind of like unique sort of a two-hinge system, it locks it in place and it automatically puts it into text mode, and then you can type. Very cool. Ooh, that's interesting. It moves the vector around with the enter. So I'm just experimenting around with this a little bit. There are some interesting things. I set it up to be so that the keyboard, when you press Alt, that's how you use, copy paste, stuff like that. If you hold that button for 3 seconds, the shortcut pops up. And so there are sort of 3 different font styles. There's the title font, there's subheading, and there's body. So you can switch between those by going Alt 1, 2, 3, and then bullet points, Alt 4. So it's like really pared down for note taking. You're not going to want to do like your main word processing on this because as far as I know, it doesn't have like spell check or anything like that. But, and then there's copy, paste, cut, select all, and then there's also, you can move around quickly with Alt and arrows. So if you're used to using a keyboard, so let me see. If you're used to using a keyboard to navigate around a Word document, these shortcuts should feel pretty good. Okay, so up, up, down. You can see the cursor moves around. If I want to go all the way to the end, hit Alt over. Or if you're using the PC mode, Control over, Alt over. And then, what was the other one? You can go from like the end of a word to another. So I'm holding Alt to find it. Next word, Option over. Okay, so that'd be Option over. Oh yeah, that works pretty good. That way you can navigate around pretty quick. Now here's an interesting thing about navigating. If you bring the pen in contact with the screen, you switch out of text mode, which means you're in pen mode again. But the weird thing about that is it's not like you can use the pen to navigate around your text. It is early days still, but it does seem to be that your text, you can't manipulate the text as like a bitmap. So you can't type in text and then copy select text. So for example, I got my pen now, I'm gonna use the selection tool and I wanna move this text over there. So I circle it, and I can't because this tool only applies to this marks made. So I'm not sure if that'll stay like that forever. It would be nice to be able to even like take a text layer, turn it into a vector layer, and then be able to move the text around the screen. That'd be really nice, especially for me as a cartoonist. So you navigate using the arrows and by using your fingers. And I'm not sure how much I love that, but we'll figure it out. Also, that's interesting. It's anchoring my drawing to the font. So I want to show, so Alt 1 puts it into title mode, right? Alt 1, title, yep. Alt 2 puts it into subtitle, and then Alt 3 puts it into regular typing text, and then Alt 4 puts it into bullet points. How fun. Now, e-ink displays obviously do not update as fast as a regular display, but as you can tell, when I am typing, it actually doesn't lag too terribly, which is a pleasant surprise. So for text options, if you don't want to use the hotkeys, you can just press this little thing, give your title, the cursor shows up, you got your subtitle, and then you have your, then you have your text, and then you have your bullet points. So because the keyboard is so small, you will on occasion need to use the Alt Option button. So for example, the 0 is 0, and then Shift 0 is a bracket, and then Alt Option is the plus. So like the plus sign is hidden behind that Alt Option button. Same with dash, underline, and then equals. You need to use that Alt Option. I think those are the only ones that have a third character hidden behind this button, which is interesting. This is one thing I wanted to highlight that I forgot, is that copying and pasting now with text is very easy. So if I want to go up to this and I want to select, it's the same as selecting on any keyboard. Hit Shift, hit your arrows, make your selection, and then you can copy and then bring the cursor down and then paste. Oops, V, there we go. So you can even just use the X, V, very cool. But you'll notice there's no bold, there's no italics, there's no underline, there's no strike through. So that's kind of a pain. But if there's one thing that I know about the ReMarkable tablet, it's that they continually update it with new features. Probably once or twice a year, there's a software update that unlocks new capabilities. So I am 100% confident that given enough time, there's going to be a lot more functionality baked into this. One thing I will say is, now using the tablet, you can, when you unhook it from the keyboard, you can take notes with an on-screen keyboard. This sucks. This keyboard is horrible. It is super slow and laggy. Look at all my spelling mistakes. It's because this keyboard sucks. But this keyboard is awesome. It really fixes the deficiencies of the on-screen keyboard. Now the keyboard, it's small, and I keep going to use a mouse that doesn't exist because on my iPad case there is a mouse section, but there isn't on this. You have to use the arrows. The other thing is backspace is in the right place, but it's tiny, so it'll take some adjusting. And the number keys at the top here are like shrunken down. In all of the official preview stuff for this product, they barely showed anything. So I want to try to get as much information of what this is all about on here. Keyboard travel feels pretty good, nice, and almost like the Magic Keyboard on the iPad. I'm just gonna type a page from this book here and see how that works. I don't know what book this is, but interesting. Hep C was just the first of a string of setbacks Jack Kevorkian endured through the the numbers are weird, 1970s and early 1980s. Okay, I don't like the numbers. The 1 is where I think escape is on my iPad keyboard, or I'm not actually sure what it is, but it doesn't feel like that should be 1. So that's kind of weird. But it was a dark time for a dark guy. He moved to Southern California to take a couple of part-time pathology gigs. So as you can see, it types okay. I'm really excited for this because I'm actually going to be able to read the notes that I write in class now. And then it easily illustrates. So one of the reasons why I wanted this is because I've always wanted an e-ink typewriter where you can do basic word processing of the basic screen, not a lot of, no distractions, etc., etc., etc. it's awesome for that. I think I'm really going to enjoy it for taking notes in class and just kind of unplugging. Let's say I want to get this off of here so that I can edit it in a proper word processor like Microsoft Word, or just use the text that I've generated unplugged and put it online or whatever. Quite simple. You can email it, and then there's a new option. So you can put in your email address, and then you can say text in email, bloop, and that will email the text. How exciting. And then it sends the email, and then all the text that I've taken here is now just a text in an email. I want to see what it looks like if I email it as a PDF. I bet you it'll look just the same, except it'll actually be a PDF rather than, it'll keep the pages the same, I think. Let's check that out. Other things about this folio that are cool, it is not battery powered. It's powered by the Remarkable itself, and the Remarkable gets pretty good battery life in my experience, although maybe with this plugged in it won't. Maybe it'll drain the battery. Let's see what my battery is at currently. It looks like for as long as I've been recording this video, the battery has gone down a couple percentage points, which is about normal. Now, when it comes to price, I lucked out because I'm one of the original purchasers of a Remarkable2. Like, I bought it when it first came out, and that has given me some benefits that aren't necessarily available to everybody else. For example, I have a Connect subscription for free, and because of my Connect subscription that I don't pay for, I got a greatly reduced cost on this keyboard, which I'm thankful for. It's about $200 for me, and I love it. This is a good deal. Is it going to be a good deal when it's $300 and the tablet itself is like $500? I don't know, but it's putting it in the realm of one of those mechanical keyboards, and this is by far 1,000 times better than one of those mechanical keyboard typewriter things, combinations. This is way more functionality, and I love it. So there is my quick and dirty Remarkable2 keyboard video, because I noticed that their promo material for it really sucks, and they didn't really advertise any of what I wanted to know about it. I just took it on faith, and I'm glad I did. And of course it folds up, and it's nice. One thing I will say is that it's expecting me to trust the magnet to attach this. I'm not going to trust that. This is going to get lost for sure. So I'm probably going to buy a little another one of those elastic straps where you can slide the stylus in. But this is really nice. It's going to get fingerprints all over it. You'll have to clean it quite a bit. I think that's everything. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it answered questions that you have about the Remarkable keyboard. If you did like this video, please do me a favor and like and subscribe. I promise that I will do a better video on this keyboard after I've actually used it for a little while to give you an update on if I still think it's worth it. But I think it's worth it. So yeah, like and subscribe and check out some of my other videos. Thanks so much.